The year 2020 has truly begun on a high octane, and as usual, we here at Makwiny have the juicy details for you. But first things first, kama kawa, hapa jukwani, this is your political commentator, George Lule. The question begs, what is the impact of Uhuru's cabinet reshuffle on William Ruto's presidential bid? A number of points immediately come to mind. One, loss of political clout from the executive. Lost political clout from the executive. You see, the reshuffle has definitely dealt a very huge blow on Ruto's presidential bid, following the removal of his key political allies who earlier on held plumb political and administrative positions in the executive, and who were better placed to influence quite a lot in favor of Ruto and his ambition. This is now no more. The same has also gone to deny William Ruto much needed influence within the executive arm of government. Point number two, loss of financial support. People, with the reshuffling and removal of Ruto's key allies from the executive, William Ruto has been dealt a big blow financially, given that much of the support that William Ruto enjoyed was directly related to a big portion of financial input from his close allies within the executive, whom William Ruto exercised direct authority over. A good case in point that I shall share with you is the sacking of Henry Rotich from the finance docket and Mwangi Kiunjuri from the plum agriculture docket. Remember, these two ministries gave William Ruto a lot of income financially, whether we like it or not. And by removing his allies from heading those two ministries, Ruto is going to be punched financially. This is just but an example. Many others have been removed as well, which is going to dent Ruto's political financial fortunes very heavily. Third, his withdrawal of support from otherwise strong followers. Now, the game of politics is all about perception. All about perception. In this situation, many of Ruto's supporters are going to start withdrawing their support and instead redirect their support to where ultimate power is perceived to rest, which is, of course, the office of the president itself, as opposed to that of the deputy president. Now, as a result, DP Ruto will lose a lot of followers, a move that will heavily dent his political and presidential ambitions heavily. Many will indeed view William Ruto and the office of the deputy president as weak. As a result, DP Ruto will lose a lot of followers. And this, in my view, will leave Ruto powerless and without influence, and as such, unable to protect their interests, their vast interests, not only his own interest, but that of his followers, because people will only support you if they are sure that you're going to protect their interest economically, socially, and politically. Otherwise, if there's no guarantee of you supporting and protecting their interests, then they have no business supporting you. So this will deal a very huge blow to DP William Ruto. Another thing that we're going to start witnessing is political divorce. Let's face it, politicians anywhere are a breed of selfish individuals who always look out for their interests, their selfish interests first, alafu ya wananchi baadaye. Now, due to the huge number of political, social, financial challenges that will be facing Team Tanga, I repeat, the huge social, political, and financial challenges that will be facing Team Tanga, no doubt, Kenyans will begin seeing many of the politicians who were otherwise strong supporters of William Ruto jumping ship from Tanga to Team Kieleweke. Or, if not Team Kieleweke, any pro-Uhuru Raila or BBI formations. We must remember that politicians love power and the manifestation of it, especially before the eyes of members of the public, where their egos is assuaged. Now, this they want to do in order to show the public that they have power, because power is what describes a politician. Not to mention the possibility of police arrests, which is as a result of supporting William Ruto. So in order to avoid this kind of persecutions, including police arrest, they will be abandoned Ruto midstream for better and lucrative political pastures. Not so long ago, if I may take you down the history or memory lane, we remember how erstwhile seemingly strong politicians abandoned Baba in 2012-2013, and Daniel Moi, for those of you who are able to remember, during the sunset days, during Mzee Moi's sunset days, political sunset days, in favor of greener political pastures in the person of William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. This is common, and William Ruto should not act surprised when the rains shall start beating him really hard politically. In conclusion, beautiful people, I end my brief by quoting the old famous political quote that our friend Lee Makwiny has always shared with us on this channel, which states that in politics, there are no permanent enemies or friends, only permanent interests. Remember, in politics, there are no permanent enemies or friends, only permanent interests. Until next time, I am George Lule.
Good morning. Okay, yesterday, President Uhuru Kenyatta did a reshuffle to his cabinet. And there are two notable things that can be seen from this reshuffle. That Uhuru Kenyatta introduced a new veteran politician to the cabinet. That is Honorable Mutahi Kagwe. We all know that Mutahi Kagwe is a senior politician and has been an insider, later on an outsider, and right now becoming back an insider. Mutahi Kagwe was given the position of CS in charge of health. Mutahi Kagwe, as of late, been aligning himself towards the president. And in the last year's Sagana's Lodge meeting, Mutahi Kagwe was the MC. And he has clearly stated that he is behind Uhuru Kenyatta and supporting his legacy, so that Uhuru Kenyatta leaves a legacy just like Mwai Kibaki did. The central people, the people of central Kenya, are already revolting against Uhuru Kenyatta. And the voice of dissent are coming from leaders who are seen to be senior, like Moses Kuria, like Mwangi Kiunjuri. And to cancel this, Uhuru Kenyatta had to bring an experienced player into this. Also, yesterday, Uhuru Kenyatta axed out Mwangi Kiunjuri from his cabinet. Mwangi Kiunjuri has been angling himself to be the deputy president of Kenya. And we all know Mwangi is a very experienced politician, starting back from 1997, because he got into parliament earlier enough than Uhuru Kenyatta. Mwangi has been in the docket of agriculture, and Kikuyus, as you know it, are the biggest beneficiaries to tea, coffee, milk, and all those farming. They have been complaining for the last 2 years since they re-elected Uhuru Kenyatta to government in 2017. Uhuru, to get his support back, must first appease his people from central Kenya. And to do this, Uhuru had to fire Mwangi Kiunjuri first for his ineptness. So, with Mwangi Kiunjuri fired, central Kenya, we hope that the farmers will be paid on time. We hope that the farmers will get good bonus from their coffee and tea. Back to elections in 2022. Mwangi Kiunjuri last year, together with some people, made a meeting in Embu, and he made those people to declare him as the senior-most politician that is supposed to deputize William Ruto in the next election. And I tell you, when you speak of such things, the deep state listen of what you say. So, with Mwangi Kiunjuri out of government, yes, he has been given a free will to campaign, to support the deputy president, but he is going to be followed by the same government, and they are going to make sure the axe is close so that he doesn't become strong enough to an extent that he can threaten Uhuru Kenyatta's influence in Mount Kenya. Because Mwangi has been seeing himself as somebody who can control the central people. And there are Kikuyus outside central, that is in Rift Valley, Nakuru, Laikipia, and even Molo. Mwangi has been angling himself also to demand the right of the Kikuyus outside central, that they can also become somebody. They have been supporting only people from central Kenya. I believe with the removal of Mwangi from government, it has disrupted, and its intention was to disrupt the presidency, the campaigns of William Samoei Ruto. Thank you. My name is Roy Ochieng.
Hello, comrades. Thank you very much, our great viewers, wherever you are. My names are Victor Patrick, and before I proceed on, I would like to seize this wonderful moment to say a big thank you to my brother, Mr. Lee Makwiny. Through this channel, Mr. Lee has been doing a great job, and we must congratulate him. We must congratulate him. Today, I'm a happy man for having been granted this important, this golden chance to share my political views with you through the channel. I am very happy. And as you know, we don't have enough time. I'm going to decisively, precisely dissect this matter so that we can save time. The matter we have today is the impact. What is the impact of Uhuru cabinet reshuffle on William Ruto presidential bid? What is the impact? How does this story going to affect Ruto politically? Yes. And guys, allow me take you back through history, just in the recent past, 2019. Most of our political analysts used to alert us, to inform us that, 2020, expect a lot of political fireworks in 2020. And indeed, you can see by yourself. It is hot. And as I always say, I always state it very categorically. In politics, the higher you go, the hotter it becomes. It is already hot. from 2019 2020 in a span of like just a month. It's not even a month, some days, some weeks. So it's already hot, and expect more. Okay, now I want to give you some tips. We have two major factors that you must grasp for you to understand politics deeply, for us to understand how this story, how this matter is going to affect Ruto. There are two major factors. Number one, in politics, at any given political event, you must always remind yourself, number one, the timing of the speaker. The timing is coming with the sentiments at what time. Number two, the personal interest of the speaker, the personal interest. So let us take this case where we have the president, like he was now doing this reshuffling. What is the timing there? And the personal interest. To be sincere with you, to be honest, all this idea, this story is just to stop one William Samoei Ruto. And they have outwitted him. You know, I can tell you this for free. It is not Uhuru making all the decisions. He can't wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm going to change this cabinet secretary. Oh, we have the deep state, the system, and we have the kitchen cabinet. And you know, these groups, they foresee things. They have their game plan and they have their destination, political destination, and they focus onto that. Now, the train has left and they know where they are heading to. And they have observed all the loopholes Ruto can use to maneuver. Like in Central, they have invaded Central. And they want to ensure Ruto has no support.